So in this video tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to add something into your Amazon Ignite store. So if you don't already have an Amazon Ignite store, you might have to apply to be invited to Amazon Ignite, because right now it's by invitation only. So what you do is you go to Amazon Ignite via Google, and then you request to have an invitation. Things that'll get you more likely to get your invitation accepted would be to show that you are a legitimate teacher of some kind, or maybe you have a teacher pay teacher store, have a link to go there. If you have a website, a blog, just something they're going to want, like other websites and stuff that show your credibility as a content creator. So be prepared to demonstrate that you can add value to the community. Alright, so here you are once you've logged into Amazon Ignite. This is the screen that will pop up. And basically you can drag and drop up to 10 files at a time. So if you just go into your, wherever you have your file that you want to add in, you can just grab something and plop it in there. I just recently threw a couple of lessons in there. So you can see these are some ones that I've been working on. And after you throw them in there and you have them upload, you can see what they look like here. These are the ones that are in draft form right now. So those are ones that actually have to complete their information before they'll actually show up as in review. So that's something important to know about Amazon Ignite versus Teacher Pay Teacher and the other lesson plan selling sites, is that Amazon actually has a more rigorous review process. So once you submit your item to go up onto the screen, it'll show detail. We are currently reviewing your resource to make sure it meets Amazon's content guidelines prior to publishing on the Amazon store. And I do have to say there's a bit of a learning curve to this, because all of a sudden there are certain links that you didn't even realize were maybe in your document that Amazon will find. There are, sometimes they don't like the way your graphics are laid out. Sometimes they don't like that there's, a possible copyrighted situation going on. So be prepared as a new user to Amazon Ignite to have some of your first lesson plans rejected on you. So I've had to kind of jump a lot of hoops in order to get some of my stuff to stay on. So let's go ahead and go down here to one product. So this is one that's on Teachers Pay Teachers that I'm going to move over. Sustainable Agriculture and Food Security Through Technology and Social Media. So, because I already have it all written up here, it's kind of a little bit easier for me, because I have a lot of my write-ups here. So this one is called Sustainable Agriculture and Food Security. So I have to find it where I uploaded it here. Here we go. And you click on your edit resource details, it's going to take you to the edit screen. Initially, it's just going to be named whatever your file name is. So if you can just name it right away the way you want it, social media lesson plan. And then one thing that you have to do is you have to generate your own cover page images. And I do those through Adobe. So let's see here. If I just go to open something up for you here. So I basically make my thumbnails through Adobe, and there's plenty of programs and different ways that you can use them. So I take my product, and then I make a copy of it, and then I put the preview watermarks on it so that my preview is ready, and that's the next step. And then I go to export PDF. I have to pay, I think it's like, I don't know, $10 a month to have Adobe Pro, so, but I can export it to an image, and I have my image quality settings pretty good to the medium quality. I don't put it on high quality because otherwise it takes a super long time to load. And that's how you get your cover page image after you watermark. Remember to watermark your stuff. So then, these are all the images that I generated in Adobe, and I saved them all into a preview file so that they're really easy for me to find. Because the best thing that you can do for yourself is to create a system of how you're going to keep all this stuff organized, and it doesn't take you a super long time. Upload that image. And then you have to upload your own preview. You can let Amazon create a preview. I don't like that option because if it pulls from my file, it could be downloadable for people, and I don't necessarily want them to be pirating my stuff. So what I do is my initial product is in Adobe Pro, and what I do is I make a copy of all my products, and then I put them into a different folder called Previews, and then what I do is I run my Action Wizard down here, and I've created an Action Wizard to make a watermark. So you would have to, if you've never done an Action Wizard, you'd have to go to a new action and build it. So you might have to look that up, on another YouTube video. I can try to link to one here if I get a chance. So I run it, I watermark all the preview files. And then after I do the preview files, I close it and I actually run another action wizard, which is make it into an image, export to images. And I do this for lots of files at one time. So I get like 10 items ready, and then I create the preview files for them all via an Action Wizard. And then I also export all the images to the previews file via Action Wizard. And then the last step is that somebody can remove your watermarks. So I go to Organize Pages, and what I actually do is I go back and I insert from a file. I insert the pictures that I just generated. So you can see these are the preview files, but I insert the pictures. So this document isn't actually, it looks like it's documents, but it's actually the pictures. So I insert the pictures from the file, and then what I actually do is I go back and I delete the actual pages from the original file that are in PDF format. So what that leaves me with is a picture that is, I'm sure somebody could probably figure out how to steal this if they really wanted to, but at least it's not super easy to remove the previews and things like that. And that's another thing, that's another reason why you want to use like no more than a medium quality image, because well, one, it'll take forever to load on somebody's computer and people are impatient, but two, the higher quality the image, the easier it is for them to use a watermark remover on a PDF software and essentially kind of steal your product from your preview. So we don't want that. So after you get your previews made, you go to add your preview. Let's see, what product was I using here? I was talking so much. Oh, there we go, sustainable. Okay. So there we go. We go down to sustainability, agriculture through food security. Add that on there. Throw in a price. You can come back and change it later if you decide. As you notice, Amazon takes a big chunk of it. So, if I charge $4 for this, I'm going to get $2.80. So don't feel bad. Amazon Ignite has a $3 minimum. And don't feel bad about asking an extra $1 for your item. I mean, everybody's going to reach out and take their share. Amazon and then Uncle Sam. And so, leave something, price your items high enough that there's something left for you at the end of the day, because making these items takes a fair amount of time. Alright, so it'll let you select up to 4 grades. If you unclick one, you can click other ones. So, topics, you can select your different topics. Mine relates mostly to science. And then they don't have as many choices for topics as Teachers Pay Teachers does, but that's okay. Resource type, you should choose up to 3. It says you can choose up to 3. I recommend you choose all 3. And choose whatever fits the product that you developed the most. Like, I wouldn't select flashcards for this because they're not flashcards. I'll try printables and a project. There we go. Then you want to write a nice product description that includes like how long it's going to take, maybe ideas for utilizing that in class. Conveniently, since I already have this created, I can go to here, copy that, put it into Amazon. There we go. And then you'll find that once you write your first description or two, if you keep it in a Word document and then save it, you'll be able to kind of follow the same format over and over again, and that's going to save you a lot of time. Put in your author or brand name. So if you're going to use your name, or if you have like a store name, Okay, and then your keywords. So here's how I like to find my keywords. I go back up to my title, and I grab, the part of it. And then I actually have an add-on on my Google Chrome that's called, hang on, I'll show you. So when we search I'll search that, and I'll add lesson plan to it. See, I have this keywords. It's called Keywords Everywhere tool. So I have the Keywords Everywhere tool, and it basically, when I search my topic, it'll pull up a bunch of keywords for it. And so what I like to do is I like to grab keywords from here, because these should be more relevant to Google searches on this topic. So then I'll keep going back and forth and grabbing different ones. Of course, make sure that you're grabbing ones that are relevant to your content so that you get good search results. You don't just get a bounce rate. So here. Okay. Keep grabbing them. And like this one is stuff's not free, so maybe down here I want. Oh. Okay. Oh, let's see if I got one more. Educational standards are optional. I haven't been putting them in. I don't know, I just don't feel like I want to spend all the time looking through the standards. Primary audience I put in for a while, and now I really don't. Theme is optional if your stuff would fit with the theme pretty well. Like mine isn't too bad with citizenship, so I'd save it to a theme. If yours doesn't fit into a theme, that's not so good to put a theme in there. So this is kind of what it looks like, and tells you the description and everything. You can kind of read through it. Choose to edit it if you want, and then you click publish. And then as you see, it'll say that it has been submitted successfully and it is reviewing, and it says it can occur within 2 business days for the most part. Later on in the day, if you're doing it in the morning, I'll see, it'll be back on there. And that's how you do that. So give me a thumbs up, like my video, share it, and if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel and checking out some of my other content, that would be great.